What's going on, everybody? Got a couple people in here. Figure we'll do a little impromptu film sesh. I'm teetering between just busting the game on and trucking through versus pulling up some plays that I've already recorded and talked about. So in the comments, let me know really quickly. You want me to just bust through the game, try and pull some plays together a little willy-nilly, or you want me to go through some stuff you might have already seen a little bit and talk about it in greater detail? I'll give it 10 seconds here, but just a couple things I noticed in this game were that the Ravens did struggle to tackle early on, and it felt like the defensive front really started to dominate after that first quarter and prevented the Ravens from really needing to tackle well in ways because the domination was just total and absolute. That was definitely interesting. Obviously, Lamar Jackson threw the heck out of the ball on first down, pushed the ball deep, continued to make that a theme using heavy personnel, play action, all sorts of stuff like that. So you guys want to go with the structured version? Let's do it. Give me a second here. Bear with me as I'm starting to figure this out. Okay. So let's go with this version of it. So a couple things I've already gone to. We'll pull up the first one here, which is a play Justin Madubuike made. Justin Madubuike here lined up in that three technique outside of the guard. You see Garrett Bowles keying him a little bit. The Ravens are going with, I think, an eagle front where you got the two outside linebackers, Houston. You got Campbell, Williams, and Madubuike. They're in base personnel matching the Broncos, who are in a pro right, which is fullback to the right, tight end to the right. It's an offset I formation. You guys who play Madden, you know this stuff. That's easy stuff there. Got Marlon Humphrey lurking back here a little bit, playing a little safety type alignment there. So we obviously immediately see the first thing is a puller. We see the right guard here start to pull. So that's going to give you that power diagnosis, that play action diagnosis. I think this is the first play of the game for the Broncos, perhaps. But you see Justin Madubuike does a great job here, doing a better job saying Madubuike instead of Madubuike. But see Justin Madubuike immediately comes off. He gets his hands active. You see how he's coming off at an angle. He's anticipating power a little bit. He recognizes the play action, so he starts to space a little bit. Bowles slides down in. So he keeps himself free. You can see the hand fighting there. And he does a good job getting both of his hands down on top, swiping. See how he turns his shoulders and clears him. Bowles completely unbalanced there, loses momentum. Bowles had a terrible game. Guy who had a big year last year. Didn't see too much. But then you just see this closing speed here. That's, I made the comparison last year, and he's never going to be that caliber of player, but there's just some movement similarities to Aaron Donald and body shape. So let's play it in real speed here. I mean, look how much ground he covers and how quickly he covers it. Dude is moving. Justin Madubuike is lean. He has a lot of length, and he's not the tallest defensive tackle. I think he's around top of 6'2", 6'3", under 300 pounds. So he's naturally got good pad level, a little bit better leverage. There's not many 6'3" offensive linemen, tackles, especially. Usually guys are at least 6'3". Then he's got long arms. His arms are over 33 inches. He's playing on the inside, so he's going to have a natural leverage and length advantage. And you see him just keep himself clean, close, and deliver a devastating shot. Teddy Bridgewater got assaulted in this game. I think the Ravens' offensive front was outstanding. And were the Broncos without their two starting guards? Yes, they were. The Ravens took advantage of that, absolutely. And does having, inexperienced guards contribute to poor tackle play? Absolutely. The continuity an issue as well there, but Bowles just not having a good game here. And you see Anthony Averett in coverage there. Bridgewater has to throw it up. Averett was a spider monkey in this game making plays. So I thought that was a great play overall. And that first little one you guys probably saw, but going into a little better detail, breaking it down. Let me pull this back up and look at some comments here. Nothing too crazy for now, but we'll keep trucking along. Close this one out. Okay, then let's take a look at Odafe Oweh's sack. Get this on full screen. We'll play it all the way through. Ravens have a 5-man rush, and this is the play that was just floating around on Twitter a little bit. So it looks like Bowser and Odafe Oweh kind of give that double alignment. So That's going to make a triangle look for this backfield. You're going to see that nice little isosceles triangle, and they're prepared. The tackle is going to want to take Bowser. The guard is going to want to take Oweh, and they're going to want to have a back. You see where the back's eyes are. He's looking to board. He's looking to queen. He wants to see which one of those guys are coming and what's going to happen. And he's going to end up actually advancing on Patrick Queen here, which wasn't the right play. He was hyper aggressive, which you like. He lays a devastating block, which you do like, but didn't end up providing any actual support in the play. And we'll see. So we got Calais Campbell at the 1 technique, board and queen at like a 2 and a 3 or a 4-eye alignment in off ball. Justin Houston way outside there. I wouldn't call that a 9. That's a really wide 5, probably. Same thing from Bowser. So we'll play it through again. And we'll see how the Ravens, this is what Wink Martindale does so well. He takes advantage of the rules that offenses have in pass protection. So you're going to see board is going to loop around. He's going to get the attention of, I believe, Quinn Minor, 77 there. So that's going to open up space. So you're seeing Chris Board. At the same time, Queen is going to attack Garrett Bowles. Queen is going to try and pin that inside arm of Garrett Bowles because it's effectively a TE stunt, which causes Javonte Williams, pardon my dog's going crazy here. But effectively, that's going to be a TE stunt for Justin Houston, and he's going to get a free lane. Look at all that space Houston has. Now, we also at the same time have Odafe Oweh in a speed rush one-on-one. Teddy Bridgewater looks like he's got a great pocket. At this point in time, he's feeling great. You know, he's got so much space after a couple steps there. You see Houston start to win, and you see Garrett Bowles right here has that hand hooked on the shoulder. He is holding. He says, uh-oh, this is about to be bad. I want to protect my quarterback. I will take a holding call. Doesn't end up getting called. At the same time, we see Odafe Oweh. I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. We see Oweh uses his length. You see the get off there. Look how he is as opposed to Houston or Campbell or anyone else. He is advancing in a hurry. Look at how much force he's applying to that back foot. He's loaded that back foot. It is anchored into the earth. He's planning through it, takes a huge first step, and he's moving, man. So he's going to show length. He's going to show that inside hand. I wrote about that a lot, how he has such strong length. He's got such long arms, such a long wingspan. Keeping his chest clean and never giving an offensive lineman or a blocker in pass rush a full chest, a full target area to block is imperative. So he does exactly that. He wins. The offensive tackle has both of his arms extended, has not made any solid contact. Odafe Oweh still has a 45-degree angle in his body. He's got that sharp angle from the outside. He's got firm feet, so he's going to continue to win. We see Bowles on the inside starts to hold there and slows it up. Javonte Williams has filled. He's not going to be able to give help to Houston or to Oweh. So Oweh gives him that arm. Then you see him work that hand into the outside arm to free himself right there. And then he's going to rip under with that same arm. That is veteran stuff. That is great stuff early in this game. Teddy Bridgewater saying, uh-oh, he sees Houston. I got to get the ball out. Feels Oweh at the last second and tucks it. Oweh is a leaping jungle cat right here and finishes the play. Big hits on Teddy. Knocks his helmet off. Big hits on Teddy early in the game. He got the crap beat out of him in this one. We'll watch it at full speed. And you even see, and this is why some people get frustrated, but you even see Calais Campbell and Chris Board running game. So in this, Bowser bluffs. He's drawing the back to this side. He's drawing the guard's attention that way. Bowser's just going to drop. And let's watch Board and Campbell. They're even running a little game here. They're playing off of each other. Board does the same thing. So there's two kind of stunts here that are similar to TE stunts while making sure you're going to get that one-on-one for Oweh. And you've got these messes through here, all these rushing lanes. And Odafe Oweh just comes screaming and gets the sack. Houston might have even gotten it. I don't know how they didn't call a hold. Maybe refs, I don't know. I've never refereed myself, but maybe they thought, the Ravens are going to take a sack there. It's, going to be 3rd and long. So if they don't throw it, maybe they thought it wasn't worth it. I don't know. Don't know there. But there's another one. Let's go on in. Flipping over to the offensive side of the football. Let's see what I had written down real quick. I had unbalanced line. So this is a failure from Villanueva a little bit early in the game. And the Broncos are a tough team running the ball, man. I think I didn't get enough of this clip, actually. Oh, we got the very beginning. Okay. So Ravens like to come out in unbalanced lines. It seems like it's not the first time I've noticed that early in the game. So unbalanced line, meaning that we have Mark Andrews at tackle and we have Alejandro Villanueva at tight end. So we got from left to right, Andrews, Powers, Bozeman, Zeitler, McCary, and Villanueva. Ravens are in a pistol right, unbalanced jumbo pistol right, whatever you want to call it. Actually, that'll just be a unbalanced pistol right. Ravens probably have a different name for it. Who knows? But Ravens are going to end up running, I believe, a power right. Yep. And it has that wrap. So it's kind of like a power counter. Some people call that a wrap, I believe. Maybe a belly at a pistol as well. So we're going to see Bozeman pull. We're going to see Powers pull. We're going to see Ricard go attack the edge. And we see Villanueva does a poor job here and loses this play. So Villanueva squares up. He's advancing. The defender wants to peek. That's what you want to do as a defender. You want to get eyes. You want to stack and get vision so that you can then work off of it and try and make a play. So Villanueva doesn't move his feet here. He thinks I have the longest arms in the world because he does. So he thinks he can just lock out and then try and move instead of bringing his body with him and generating more force that way. That allows the defender to get skinny and reset himself a little bit. He's off balance, but does a great job bending with it. Forces Latavius Murray into contact, and then the cavalry comes in and cleans it up. So not a great play from Villanueva there. You're flipping him around, doing some things, and it was a good play by the defender. The other guys get paid too. The Broncos obviously made plays in the run game throughout this game, and it was a battle up front. The Broncos wanted to take that run game away, and they did. They're capable of doing it. Vic Fangio usually has really good run defenses, and it was a battle won by the Broncos, but the war was ultimately lost. And we got Ravens and the YY pistol left and run power left. So we'll pull this bad boy up. Watch it through one time. So I thought this was a nice run by Latavius Murray and a lot of really hard runs by him in this game. I've generally been impressed. You got to think at some point Rashad Bateman comes back. Factor Miles Boykin in. Prochet and Duvernay are getting comfortable. Watkins has been a nice addition. Hollywood's cooking. Mark Andrews is doing well. Teams are going to have to respect the pass more, and things are going to open up. I think we're going to see some explosive runs out of Latavius Murray in the next couple weeks. So the Ravens are in a YY ace. Or excuse me, they're not in a YY. They're just in an ace pistol left. So ace meaning two tight ends, and just an ace is going to mean a tight end on each side. We see McCary in a high 2-point stance, and that kind of pass pro stance, that shotgun typical stance. And then we're going to see people always talking about why is Zeitler waving right here to Bozeman. It's because it's loud, and someone needs to tell Bozeman to snap the ball because he can't hear Lamar. That's how loud it is. So those away games are going to see that every time. We're going to see the power. We're going to see Zeitler pull. We're going to see Ricard and Zeitler act as the force key blockers here. And we're going to watch a couple players. We're going to watch Ben Powers stalemate on that seal. He's going to down block with the power and really, really, really start to lock out. Ben Powers has been super aggressive, super feisty in the run game. We're going to watch Pat Ricard and Zeitler do a good job here. We're going to watch Tomlinson on a nice combo block. Look how clean this is from Tomlinson. It looks like Nick Boyle out there. Tomlinson's going to hit this four-tech, and then he's going to move him and then stay square and seal off that linebacker. So he's laying two effective blocks here on this combo. One, moves him. Two, hits that linebacker, prevents him from scraping. Sammy Watkins gets the DB turned around a little bit, ends up losing his balance. So maybe not a great rep, gets maybe a little lucky, but Sammy Watkins giving the effort there. And then, of course, we see Ricard front side. So Watkins, the DB tries to go around and misses a little bit. Latavius Murray just running hard, running through Patrick Surtain. Justin Simmons, who's an all-pro player, played really well against the run in this game, has to run up and get him out of bounds. So Ravens attacking the perimeter early and do a aggressive defense, want to take the run away. Latavius Murray just runs right through it for a few yards there for a nice gain. What else we got? This is a nasty hit Lamar Jackson took, and I like the block that Devin Duvernay lays down. Devin Duvernay is going to get asked to do that Willie Snead role, to be that feisty slot blocker and a move blocker in motion quite a bit. So the Ravens are going to run bash. And for those of you who are still wondering, what's this bash everybody's talking about all the time? Bash means back away. B-A, bash, back away. Because these two, this is a GT bash. Guard, tackle, pulling, bash. So this is a power or man option concept. So we're going to watch Lamar Jackson and Devontae Freeman hit that mesh point. Bozeman's going to down block because he has to pin that guy inside because these two are going to pull. We also have a combo here that's going to try and work to the second level. So Freeman is going to get isolated. That's the bash. They want to isolate a back. Lamar's read, a lot of the time, is going to be this linebacker. That's going to be the force player. Is he staying? Because that means that Freeman's not going to get a one-on-one where he can outrun an edge player. This linebacker is going to be there to help in pursuit. So a lot of times that's the read. So you see his eyes go there, and it ends up working because you see Alexander Johnson starts to break to his left. Now we've got these two front side pulls, the GT pull, and we're going to see Devin Duvernay come in from the top, and he's going to get physical here. He's going to go lay the wood, clear it out. And then we see Villanueva, who, this is why I think Lamar Jackson maybe not, feeling himself all the way. I believe this was 3rd and short. He wants to get the first down. If I'm not mistaken, would need to go back and look. But how many times have we seen Lamar Jackson? His eyes are there. There's a DB coming up with contain duties. Otherwise, there's a safety. And Lamar just kind of took the low-hanging fruit, gets down, holds onto the ball, kind of hops into it a little weirdly. How many times have we seen Lamar bust that to the boundary? And we also see Von Miller getting kind of handled here by Ben Powers on that pull. Powers turns him out. So we get Lamar in the one-on-one we want. It looks like he sees him, and the DB comes in hot. I don't know what Lamar's exactly doing, but gets laid out, knee bent up in the air a little bit, funky there, twists with it a little bit, knee on the ground. And then we see someone come back in over top and start pulling. So Broncos really hitting through the whistle, hitting through the end of the play a lot, especially on Lamar in this one. Their physical team and physical defense, and that's why all the comments were hilarious this week. So it was a pretty messy play there, but I like that block from Duvernay. I like what Ben Powers did to turn him out. I had bad pre-snap alignment defensively. This is a recurring theme in the Ravens defense and something they need to get right. And I think, people are going crazy over a Patrick Queen missed tackle here, but you're asking a lot of a linebacker, especially a young linebacker. So Broncos are in trips to the field. This is the long side. It's the field as opposed to the boundary. The short side here to the boundary meeting the sideline. So 1, 2, 3 receivers. How many DBs we got on this side? 1, 2. You're going to have Tim Patrick, who runs 4.3. Malik Harrison, who, is an athletic linebacker, but not really a speed guy at all and not known to be able to carry a receiver. This is where sometimes you'll see this is what Alabama would do in the national championship against Pete Werner. They had Devontae Smith as the number 3 in the slot here. 1, 2, 3. And they would have him carry that deep cross that way. They hit that play in the national championship in a bunch of times. So instead, Malik Harrison is just going to blitz. He's going to try and fill in right there. And where's Teddy Bridgewater's eyes going? Pre-snap, you see Malik Harrison on Tim Patrick. Where are you going with the football? That's smart quarterback play. Malik Harrison even blitzes instead of taking it away. Everywhere else was nice coverage. And could Queen be a little quicker here? Could he assume that? Absolutely. But that's still going to be an easy 4 or 5 yards. He can break on this harder. He can break on it maybe a little earlier. Patrick comes right laterally instead of, thinking he's going to go upfield. So call that a missed tackle if you want. It's whatever. Not great from Queen, but are you setting Queen up for success here at the same time? Absolutely not. You're giving Teddy Bridgewater an easy throw. These are the plays that Patrick Mahomes has made the Ravens play on so often. What are you going to do when you're not covering someone and the best you have is a linebacker on the other side of the formation? So if you want Queen to even jump this hard, let's say Queen is already here, guess what? He can run a little option or a choice route or whatever you want to call it. Tim Patrick could fake that, or he could just run a slant. And if Patrick Queen's breaking hard on that ball, then Patrick can just break up field. And then he's got even more grass and he can catch through the run, be even more dangerous. So Queen, not great there at all. Definitely the negative play. And then big gain. So just pre-snap alignment here. Bridgewater is a veteran quarterback. He's seen this before. If you show him a linebacker on a slot receiver that runs 4.3, maybe you have Odafe Oweh bluff and have Queen come and then loop from this side is a way that you could change that schematically and do a different thing. So, Oweh could occupy this space. Harrison comes and maybe, attacks and see if you can roll Madubuike around, or if you can maybe loop from this side, something like that. But overall, just not great pre-snap. I don't like it, and we see that a lot from the Ravens. It's too easy. Had Calais Campbell just beats up Bowles here. So we'll play it through. Ravens are getting adjusted here. You've got 4 down linemen. So they're going heavy. I can't recall if this is a short down and distance. I believe it actually is. So the Ravens are anticipating run. They've got a 6-man front with 4 down linemen and 2 linebackers, Chuck Clark in a pretty shallow depth playing safety. And we see Calais Campbell just beat the crap out of Garrett Bowles. He's not even really set, and he just dominates Bowles, controls him, sheds, nowhere for the back to go. Sound football from the Ravens on this one. Malik Harrison wins as well. Malik Harrison had a strong game. Moody tries to get him. Harrison gives him half a man, flows to the ball. Campbell, Williams wins against Cushenberry. They drive him back. That's a big boy play. It's a zone concept from the Broncos. They're just running some outside zone or maybe some mid zone and nowhere to go. Bowser does a good job. So a really nice job from the entire Ravens front here. A lot of wins and going nowhere to go. Big boy play. Bowser, not quite happy with himself all the way. Thinks he could have beat that tight end up a little bit more, but sometimes tight ends win. They're big boys too. Play action from under center and 22 personnel. This was the first. I wrote an article, and I look like kind of an idiot now in my own mind, at least, because I thought the Ravens were going to be running a lot more under center in the pass game. But here's a beautiful throw out of it, and something that maybe Lamar Jackson didn't get enough reps in because of COVID, that situation. So maybe it's something we see more of, but this is his first completion of the year from under center, and something we haven't seen much in his career. So the Ravens are in 22 personnel. They've got 2 backs. Pat Ricard qualifies as a back, even though he's 50-50, kind of a hybrid back, tight end, does some stuff all over the field. Got Murray back there, Tomlinson, and then Andrews in a tight alignment here. A good bit of space here. Could be a giveaway, but you see the linemen are in really tight splits, and the Ravens are just going to run a play action. Broncos are in that soft, 2-high structure you've heard me talk about so much. They got 2 high, 1-2 safeties. The middle of the field is open. They have the between the hashes open. So where do you hit? Middle of the field coverages, middle of the field open mofo coverages, hit him between the safeties. Sammy Watkins going to run what I think Brian Billick broke this down. I think he called it a deep slant. I don't like that. I like skinny post, but 2 ways to skin a cat. And we're going to see Lamar Jackson. There's going to be a power play action. You see the left guard powers pull, and Broncos come up. Everybody's coming up. Those safeties are biting. They're coming up. They're not keeping depth, and Watkins just runs right by it. A little quick 3-step drop. Look at Lamar Jackson's base right now. Look at that nice wide base. Looking right at it. Throws the ball right through here. Pretty accurate ball. A little tiny bit behind, but Watkins able to catch it. If you hit him perfectly, it's not a perfect throw, but it's a good throw. And from a quarterback who hasn't done a lot under center in this offense. So Watkins, making sure to secure the catch, which is a good thing in my opinion. But you hit him in stride, maybe he's able to slay a stiff arm. But it was a nice break on the ball from Surtain. I think that was not a bad play from Surtain, considering safeties jump up. He's outside a little bit. Watkins, look how low Watkins is in that break. Really strong break. Lamar throws a damn good ball, gets it to him. Big play, 20-yard gain out of 22 personnel with 1 wide receiver on the field. How many routes do the Ravens even have on this? 2? Is it just maybe Tomlinson leaks out? Tomlinson, Chip, and Von Miller. He's also got the back. The Ravens, a lot of the time here in this game, used 2 non-linemen to block Von Miller. Did a great job using play action to make Von Miller respect the run and keep him out of it. So we got 3 routes effectively, and I think Murray probably leaks out here too eventually, but a nice clean pocket, nice easy throw, beautiful pitch and catch. Looking forward to some more variations of that out of 12, 21, 22 personnel. Here we can watch it from behind. Watch how clean Lamar's footwork is. Watch his nice base, nice and calm, and throws it from a planted position. Watkins secures the heck out of that catch, stops for the ball, and does it. So a good catch, good throw. I like it. Watch it one more time. The Broncos are just fit and run. Lamar's just flat-footed there. Nice base allows you to be flat-footed. Nice, balanced, strong base. Nice and tall. Throws over top. Quick release. Well over that linebacker. So nice, easy throw on first down. Play action on first down was huge for the Ravens. They've been killing teams on play action in this one. And RPOs. You guys have heard me whine and bitch and moan about how much I want to see RPOs for this offense. Well, they had a couple nice ones in this game, so you love to see it. They're mainly always on first down, which I guess is playing off of their run tendency and teams wanting to respect the run. So we're going to see a GT pull again. Looks like the left guard and the left tackle pull. We've seen that already. So Powers and Villanueva. And the difference between a play action and RPO is whether the linemen are pass blocking or the linemen are advancing past the line of scrimmage and there's a run attached to it. Not all RPOs are going to be truly a run play, but the run blocking is how you identify and chart it. So Marquise Brown comes in motion here and just a quick one. And you see run blocking starting, guys advancing. Those tackles pulling. Lamar gets the ball to Marquise Brown. Go get 4 yards. Easy. Easy 4, 5, 6 yard gain. And that's just going to put those linebackers in conflict because they're coming downhill in the run game. They don't give a crap what Marquise Brown does here. They're coming right downhill, not worried at all. That edge doesn't care. They're playing run. They're playing it hard. That's what they committed to. Make them pay for it. Put them in conflict. Make them think. Slow them up and give them trouble. Easy. Look at Nick Boyle. Look at Nick Boyle. Look how pumped he is. Tell me he's not ready to come back and play some football. Look at him right there. Yeah, baby, let's go. Got Thanos coming back to go move these defensive linemen. Look at him. He's bigger than everybody, and he doesn't even have pads on. He's in sweatpants. Can't wait for that man to be back. So again, Ravens in Y. 2 tight ends next to each other. This is ace, YY, right? Whatever you want to call it, something like that. 2 tight ends here. So obviously the defense is looking, backs on the left side, probably going to be a run to the right, which is exactly what they get. So you're playing into the tendency of them to key that, line up that way. Alexander Johnson's like, let's go, Stranad. You can see him signaling to him. You there, ready? You see him wave to him back there. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ball comes right out. Nice, accurate throw. Something that Lamar Jackson, struggled with, those screen throws his rookie year and has been pretty good since. So easy gain there. I'm going to go check the comments in here, see what's going on. What do we got? AV beat pretty bad. Just try to steal the edge. Le'Veon. We'll get into all that good stuff. Got 42 people in here. Hope you guys are enjoying looking into this worm rabbit hole of what happens when I screen share. I think that Mark Horton asked a question here. We can pop that one up there. Did Lamar look injured or were the Broncos defending the run that well? A little bit of both. I don't think he really wanted to be involved in the run game a ton. He could still run, but we just didn't see him really trying to make guys miss or extend plays or anything. He missed 2 days of practice. Plus, you see that the Broncos are keen on the run. He always wants to prove I am a top 10 passer throwing the ball. So he wants to make plays with his arm and did it. So we see some extension of the run game and talk about the pass game being an extension of the run game and RPO we just went over. AV has done a nice job generally blocking for the run, which is funny because a lot of Pittsburgh fans thought he wasn't going to be able to do it. Rijo Tomlinson lit it up on the double. Yeah, it was a hell of a block. Tomlinson's been a good player. The Ravens need to keep him around, ready to go. So we'll get back after it, guys. And girls. Hopefully there's some ladies up in here watching some football. Going through some of that good film. Let's see what we got here. I got Broncos knew it was coming well in advance, the direction and the concept. Alexander Johnson's a beast. So we'll watch this one through. You got the motion there. Alexander Johnson, look, when the ball snapped, look at Alexander Johnson. He looks like a speed skater. He is coming right downhill on it. Powers tries to cut him. He just hurdles him. Boom. Nowhere to go. Alexander Johnson is a damn good football player, a damn good linebacker. That's film study, man. That's straight film study plus the athleticism to be able to do it. And that's what you want to see out of a guy like Patrick Queen. He knows what's coming and he attacks it immediately and makes a play. Doesn't matter what happens the rest of the play. He beats an offensive lineman. Lineman tries to cut. Powers, more of a roll, I guess, than a cut because we see Ricard on the backside. That is a cut block from Ricard. Ricard comes in motion. Tell me that's not miserable, having 300-pound fullback with momentum. Come take your knees out. Boom. Look at the difference between these two. AV out here in space, everything front side. Probably what happens if this is an effective cut is, that cutback. You see Moriarty looking for it. So maybe this is a design cutback based on the look. And everything front side, fill here. This linebacker too. So he wants to cut back. Ricard's cut is mighty successful. Powers is not. Alexander Johnson makes a hell of a play. Villanueva's got this guy in jail out here. It's Army Ranger. Don't disrespect future U.S. Marine. And Alexander Johnson makes play. Alexander Johnson's a great linebacker. Love watching him play. I think he's really balanced, has a well-rounded skill set, rushing the passer, playing the run, zone concepts, power concepts. I think he's really aggressive in coverage. He almost actually had an interception in this game that got tipped by another defender, and you see him kind of clap his hands and bend over. He had a pick. Might have dropped it, might have caught it, but probably would have been able to pick the ball. So probably a turnover-worthy play from Lamar in my eyes that got saved by a bad at the line of scrimmage. But great play there. Justin Simmons here shooting the gap, making a tackle for loss. I have that he looks like Troy Polamalu here a little bit. Maybe looks like Chuck Clark, who made some damn good plays we'll get to. But Justin Simmons was a monster against the run in this game. Him and Alexander Johnson are great secondary, second line of defense run defenders. They're communicating. They see all this run game stuff coming. Vic Fangio practiced against Greg Roman's offense for years. They coach together. They know it. Justin Simmons is just going to shoot this gap. Ravens going power left, which for whatever reason, me and Cole Jackson, does two guys watching football, we always are baffled because Ravens always run power right. So you see him going power left a little bit more. And we see it set up pretty well, to be honest. But Simmons, that backside defender, is a banshee. McCary, can't engage him. You see McCary needs to be quicker on that. He's taking that drop step to maybe, fool Von Miller from crashing it. But this is where McCary's length can be a little bit of an issue. Those short arms, he's not able to get in and wash out at all, but also he's just slow. So I don't even want to blame it on the arms all the way, but got to be a little faster. We'll play it in full speed. Justin Simmons shoots it. Le'Veon Bell gets wrapped up. And I like Le'Veon Bell, man. Let's pretend Justin Simmons isn't here in this play. I like the way Le'Veon Bell is unorthodox. I like how he can kind of set it up. You see him look there a little bit, might give it away, but goes and receives that handoff, got a wide alignment so he can get lateral. And I just like these. Look at his feet right there. He's already hopping. He's already starting to set up second-level defenders. A very unorthodox mover, but doesn't matter on this one because Justin Simmons, doing his Troy Polamalu impersonation, just shoots that gap. Boom. Gets it. Stuffed. Broncos are pumped. They love it. I think that was on 3rd and short, so I think that was on 3rd and 3, so 4th down. You can see Kareem Jackson holding it up. Let's go to the next one. So here I have Patrick Queen needs to do this consistently. Attack, diagnose, get in the right gap at least, and just get in front of linemen closer to the line of scrimmage. So we see the Ravens in a 5-man front, and they got that condensed, 3 tech, 0 tech, 3 tech. Justin Ellis, Brandon Williams, Broderick Washington, those are the meatballs, the meat boys. And then we got these super wide alignments from McPhee and Harrison playing some outside linebacker here. He's built like one man. He can play there a little bit. So excited to see that. That happened a couple times in this game, but we're going to see the Broncos. They bring the motion, run the snap, and it looks like they're going to run a power downhill. And watch Patrick Queen. Comes right to the right spot, right to the right gap. Occupy the space. Running back starts to drift. So where does Patrick Queen drift? So at the same time, he is showing hands, keeping his chest clean, and moving with the running back, forcing a cutback lane so that guys like Marlon Humphrey and guys like Chuck Clark can go fit and fill. So the back just lowers his head, takes the loss. We see Malik Harrison actually lose a little bit here. Noah Fant gets on him, but he eventually comes around, gets inside, goes and tries to stick his head in there and get his feet. But definitely say Noah Fant won that rep. But this is just what we need consistently. And I think it's just film study, man. I think it's confidence. I think it's film study. It's just understanding space, not getting tricked by running backs, having your head on a swivel, being able to understand where these linemen are coming from, and then does a good job keeping himself clean, moves with the back. Dude was a 4-star running back. He's a hell of an athlete. We just need to see it consistently. So I think that might have been on 1st down. Now let's go look at 2nd down. This is the play that he's getting dragged for, and rightfully so. And this play to me, I think I'm reaching. I'm going to make an ass out of you and me and make some assumptions. But to me, he's doing a little bit too much, and he's scared to take himself out of the play, which leads to hesitation. So we see it's a counter. They're going to pull the left guard, and then the back is going to do a counter step. So it's a same side counter. This is one of the rare plays where shotgun doesn't give away. This is the concept where shotgun doesn't give away which side the back's going to run to. Because if it's power, if it's zone, usually the back is going to come this way. He's going to go to the run to the left behind the left lineman. Usually we'll see the time Moody at right guard pull here, but that's not what happens. It's a counter. Counters are difficult to defend. Misdirection. Queen opens the wrong way, probably looking at the back instead of reading his keys at the lineman. He's starting to back up. Maybe he's expecting pass here a little bit too, but that doesn't make sense with Washington, Williams, and Ellis still in the game. So he's mirroring the back. Moody is trying to cut him off. Moody has the leverage. He is going to have the 45-degree angle and a wide base to cut off Patrick Queen from getting to that ball carrier. So Williams doesn't have length, gets, held there. Happens all the time. You can see that outside hand on the shoulder pad. Williams tries to get off. Well, guess what? He's getting pulled. He can't. So now Queen just starts backpedaling. Right here, you got to go stick it to him. You got to eat him. You need to be the low man. You need to go beat his hands off like we saw Justin Madubuike do. It's the same thing, man. You got to come down over top and try and chop Natan Moody's hands down. You cannot let him get up into you. He starts to retreat. He wants to keep himself clean. And to me, it says that he doesn't want to run himself out of the play. He wants to stay clean, but you need to rip under, man. That's high school football. That's peewee football. Rip under right there. Chop those hands down, rip under, and plant yourself. Go one way or the other. That way that Marlon Humphrey can see which way you go, and he can attack the other way. You've also got a backside defender, and you got to rely on these guys to go make plays, go fill. If you can't make the tackle, you need to stop the progress of the offensive lineman so that this doesn't happen. Watch at full speed now. Too much room. Got to attack. Can't let that guard walk you out. Unacceptable rep. So that's 2 consecutive plays. 2 straight plays. We see the high, we see the low. Now let's go watch Chuck Clark, who is playing elite level safety. In my opinion, everybody says he's not a coverage safety. I say that's bullshit. I think that he is an outstanding coverage safety. He just isn't a deep middle of the field rangy safety, but he's a coverage safety. So again, the Ravens here have these 3 meatballs up in here. Got the 3-tech, Ellis, and Washington. So you're going with, 2 nose tackle bodies and a 3-tech, 5-tech run stuffing body. Got Harrison again playing the boundary. McPhee to the field. Broncos have a tight end in here, so I think they're in 11 personnel if I'm not mistaken. And Patrick Queen set up there. Chuck Clark coming downhill. Ravens are passing off. Got to ignore all that stuff. But let's watch Chuck Clark against this zone concept, man. Just one-on-ones all across. Justin Ellis does a good job there, winning, making the back start to cut back, turns back a little bit so he can get in. But Chuck Clark runs in there. Low man wins, tabletops him from underneath, torpedoes him. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful play from Chuck Clark. Let me go full screen. Sorry about that, guys. But let's watch it full speed. Chuck Clark just, bam, gets him. Love to see it. Love to see that out of Chuck Clark. Does that all the time, man. One of the most underrated players in the NFL, one of the most underrated safeties in the NFL. Hell of a football player. Love watching him play. Here is the play where Odafe Oweh gets quote-unquote triple teamed. It's more so, again, we saw this earlier. They line up Odafe Oweh. He's playing that 6-tech, which means lined up, head up over the tight end. And we see Tyus Bowser here, way out wide, outside linebacker, stand in position. We see Calais Campbell as the 0-tech. So this is a passing down. This is probably 3rd down based on that. See how wide this back is here. He's not much of a threat to run the ball. That super wide split from the quarterback. We got Queen as the standing kind of 4-eye 3-tech. Houston way out here at outside linebacker. So the Ravens are running some super wide. Look how much distance there is between Bowser and Houston in their defensive front. Super wide alignment here. And then we got Odafe Oweh right there. We'll play this through one time. So they only rush 3. Have Tavon Young come as that creeper. It gets picked up pretty well. But the reason Odafe Oweh gets triple teamed is because you got 1, 2, 3, 4 heads from the center to this side. That's called overloading. They're overloading one side of the ball. And you just got these 2 on the other side. So the Ravens are showing 6. And so Noah Fant's coming over here to help out against Bowser so that he can help the outside. Pardon me, there's 2 tight ends here. I'm a dummy. So we got 2 tight ends. So, able to have this tight end, quick set him. He can help between these 2. He can take out Board and help with Campbell if Board doesn't come. So Bowser ends up bluffing and dropping. So you got all these guys on one side because guess what? Board's going to bluff. Queen is trying to stun again with Campbell. They're setting this up. This is faking a stunt to send a creeper blitz. You're going to see Tavon Young come. So these are some of the concepts up front. So it looks like we're seeing, Queen and Campbell play this game right here where Queen and Campbell, but nope, they want to distract Quinn Miners, a rookie. They got a one-on-one over here, and Tavon Young is coming screaming in. They think they're going to get this unblocked pressure. So because Bowser bluffed, Board bluffed, those guys are over there. There's nothing they can do. So they end up, it's not that the Broncos are like, we need to triple team Odafe Oweh, but it looks funny and it's fun to say and whatever. So Quinn Miners does a great job, comes in. This is where third down, and it was third down, the face mask on Jimmy Smith. They rally to the football, make a play. I like Chris Board, man. I like him in the pass game. I think he's doing an all right job. I don't love him in the run game, but he doesn't play against the run game much. He's a dime backer, and I like Chris Board. So, just the end of the play here again, gets the ball in the flat. Teddy Bridgewater not taking too many shots downfield, especially nothing over the middle of the field, really. Let's go look at another one. I think we had a Bozeman pancake here. This was a quick one. I already went over. But Lamar hesitating a little bit. At this point in the game, I was a little worried, but I was watching on TV. Got a 5-man protection. Broncos rush 4. And we don't see what's going on downfield, but it looks like there's something underneath. Lamar doesn't like it. You can kind of see a defender up there. So that hesitation, didn't work. Concept didn't work. But see Bozeman, Cleveland, Zeitler, Macari all winning. Villanueva gives up some ground. You never want to see your left tackle in the air like this. Like that. That's not, looks like he's doing a one leg little rear deadlift situation. So not ideal there. But guess what? There was a clean pocket, and Lamar Jackson could have gotten this ball out. Villanueva recovers. Him and Lamar trip on each other maybe a little bit, almost. Looks like they were about to, but didn't. Guy comes inside, and Lamar just kind of grounds this one. I think that was a throwaway. Everything's covered up. So we do see Bozeman absolutely level, looking for work. Boom! Cleveland stalls out this guy. He's not a pass rusher. He's not, but Cleveland with good position. Look how wide his base is. Look at his upper body. Look at the torque he's able to bring. McCary does a good job here as well. Von Miller was playing kind of a game of cat and mouse with Lamar, seeing if he could force Lamar into some situations, but McCary does a good job there, man. Von Miller takes a super outside rush. There's nowhere to go inside because Bozeman came and wrecked shop. So Miller's not going to be able to run through and go inside because where are you going to go? Go trip over that? Nope. Throws it away. So just a little chaotic play there. Nothing too crazy. So we remember Warren Sharp making fun of Micah Parsons, saying how lost he looked because people, who might be great mathematicians aren't always very knowledgeable in the tangible techniques of playing football, but Malik Harrison played a good game in this one. Broncos going super tight. Looks like they are in 13 personnel, 1 back, single back, and they got 3 tight ends. Ravens have a 6-man front. Everything's super tight, but it's a play action. And watch Malik Harrison. He's going with the run action a little bit, that play action. And instead of trying to drop back and stay square, what does he do? He just starts running. Go run. Go take that crosser away. Great job taking that crosser away. Turns it back around. Teddy Bridgewater's running around. He's got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go with the football. Where are you going to go? Almost a sack. Bridgewater able to make a little hay there. Go get a couple yards, but I think this ends up being a penalty. Justin Madubuike comes in here and ends this, but this is big boy football, man. Look how many linemen there are up here. Tight ends, linemen. We got the big boys in. 4-down linemen again, something you rarely see from the Ravens. But, everybody wants to say dime this, dime that, nickel this, nickel that. Well, sometimes you got to put 4 linemen in there, have a 6-man front, have 2 linebackers in there. This is not base defense. This is bear front, baby. Harrison takes it away. Campbell takes away the outside, tries to contain. And Justin Madubuike is just trying to come in here and lays a shot. A little bit of a dirty play. A little bit, Justin Madubuike, but hey, physical football game. Go complain about it, Vic Fangio. All right, so here we get to see some more of the pass game. It's play action, 2 straight plays. I think this one got kind of cut off at the beginning, but we're just going to see Lamar. Look at all that space Lamar's got back there. Look at that. He's sitting on that strong back leg, on that plant leg, on that right leg. Look at him. He's lining this shot up. He's calibrating. He's smelling it out, feeling the air pressure, doing some geometry in his head. Nice, easy throw. Look at that's a Nerf ball. Someone called that a Nerf ball. It's one of the analysts, but it's over top of Justin Simmons. play it so it isn't as choppy. But look at that ball from Lamar Jackson. Mark Andrews, a little push off. Boom. Go get it. Salt Bay. Love it. Let's look at it from this direction. So Ravens got probably 21. Is that Ricard? Who is that? Oh, that's Andrews. Who's the other one? Is Ricard in the slot? Yep. Okay. So Ricard's motion in here out into the slot. So a little pistol look with these two tight splits. Ricard's always messing with everybody. He's ready to come in motion at any time. He's off the line of scrimmage so he can come in motion, but everybody's thinking play action. Here it comes. Jumping. Alexander Johnson jumping. 40. He's not going back. Justin Simmons starts to run. It's too late. Justin Simmons flat-footed there, if you can see. Flat-footed. As Mark Andrews is already running full speed, Justin Simmons is flat-footed. Now he's got to try to run and recover. He trusts himself to do that, but whistled that one over top, drops it in the breadbasket. Little slide, little Salt Bay. Let's go look at the next one. 2 straight plays, 2 straight first downs, 2 straight play actions. Same thing, Ricard. Stay on the field. Probably went quick tempo on this one. Cameraman barely had time. So again, Ricard coming in motion. Little play action, little power. You see Cleveland pulling here. Broncos in low gear, meaning they're trying to play the run, trying to keep their eyes up. Lamar just takes another one. We see Mark Andrews run a little out route. Good little spacing here is really good. So the Broncos are in another 2 high. So they're probably playing cover 4, cover 2, man 2. 2, 2, or 4. So you want to play off of those rules. Marquise Brown is going to run up. This DB is going to have to occupy. The safety's here. So I think they might be in man if I'm not mistaken. No, it's probably zone. They're all looking at the quarterback. So, tries to pass off Mark Andrews. This DB needs to now turns into match. This DB needs to run with Marquise Brown. Mark Andrews is already starting to turn, and this safety's got a lot of ground to cover. Sharp turn. This DB now has to shift his hips so that he can break. Not a bad break, but Lamar just puts it over there. Mark Andrews, throw, catch, good play. Justin Simmons, back-to-back plays, picking on the all-pro safety. And he had good coverage. I mean, wasn't bad. But Broncos just asking a lot for you to play an off like that and then go run and make plays on balls against a 6'5", 250-pound tight end making $50 million to catch the ball. So interesting stuff there. Go take a look at these comments. Nothing too crazy here. Running on an hour. Getting there close. But if you're still with me, keep trucking. I'm having fun. Hope you guys are too. What do we got here? Okay. Split back. So 2 backs and shotgun on each side of the quarterback. That's split back, baby. Greg Roman used that quite a bit. I believe this is the Latavius Murray touchdown run. We also got Eric Tomlinson up here. Mark Andrews not on the football field. So, run. Look at these backers. Look how tight they are. They want to go stuff. They want to go fill. You got these 2 safeties, so they can run to each side. So if it's a perimeter run, the safety is going to fill this way, and he'll have his back to come through the cutback lane. Vice versa, this safety can come down if for some reason the ball went that way. The safety can go have his back in the cutback lane. So Ravens going to run some power with Ricard again and Zeitler pulling. And we'll watch Zeitler and Ricard just let that defender put himself in a bad position. He's anticipating some sort of option. He wants to play Lamar Jackson. They play off of that. Just space. Pat Ricard against Kareem Jackson. That's not going to go well. Kareem Jackson's trying to run away from him. Pat Ricard is helping him run away from him. Pulls his hands up so he doesn't block him in the back. Easy money touchdown. And we'll take a look at it from behind. You don't even need your offensive line to do a lot here. It's just out in space. Zeitler doesn't even do much to stop Alexander Johnson. Latavius Murray can run. He's got some speed, man. People think he doesn't, but the Broncos are stacking the box. The Lions are stacking the box. I mean, give him a chance to run, and he ran. Alexander Johnson's a fast dude. He's not catching him. Latavius Murray goes right in. He's aggressive. He gets right downhill. I think Murray's got some speed. He ran. I mean, he's in his 30s now, but he ran 4.3. That's some speed, brother. Go get it. He's out running linebackers to the sideline, unless you got Bobby Wagner maybe, or I guess Jordan Brooks now, or Kenneth Murray, or whoever these guys, Devin White, some of those guys. If you don't have a real freak back there, Murray's got some speed, brother. Just a little play from Justin Houston I liked. Just watching a vet work against the run. Houston kind of, has got the crappy PFF grades against the run the last couple of years, whatever, playing in a very basic scheme, kind of cover 3 scheme in Indy. And people are saying he's not a good run defender anymore. So again, we're in shotgun. The back's on the right. He's probably going either to this A gap or this B gap or this C gap or this D gap. So he's probably going to the left unless they run counter, which in here, you've got these linebackers ready. If they can play it well, you've also got Brandon Stevens up in here. Just got 2 down linemen. And let's watch Justin Houston take on this puller. Play it in real time. Same shoulder, same foot. He's using these two. Inside. Low man. Goes through that tight end, or through that guard, pardon me. Resets, makes a play. It's a good play against the run. That's a stuff, brother. Queen's ready for it. He stays. Ready for the cutback. Doesn't happen. But Justin Houston, Brandon Williams, all those guys ready for it. So, hey, Queen's ready for this. He sees it coming, too. I always got my eye on Patrick Queen. Everybody's giving him a lot of shit. He's got some bad reps, but he's ready there. He's ready for the backside. That was his job, keep the cutback lane. But great job from Justin Houston here. Great job from Justin Houston here. Boom, go meet that puller. This way, that back doesn't have anywhere to run. He's got to go into this tight space. He's not going to be able to run. He's going to have to get balance, keep his feet wide, be ready to cut back. Could he cut back here? But yeah, Queen's there. Should have taken that one. You also got him, so you're going to have to cut back sharp. Queen was ready for that. Boom. Justin Houston, hell of a run defender. Doing a really good job against the run for the Ravens this year. What else do we got? Bowser speed to power, putting Garrett Bowles, a franchise left tackle, paid big money on skates here. Let's take a look. So the Ravens spreading it out a little bit. This is a wide 9, baby. That's a wide 9. You want to talk about 9? We're talking 1 yard, 2 yard, 3 yard. He's all the way on the hash. Center's got the ball on the left hash. Justin Houston's on the right hash. That splits, average. But Houston's yards outside, baby. That's a wide 9. Got Oweh, 5 tech, outside shoulder. We got Campbell heads up. We're in a passing down. Got Queen and Board here. We're in 3rd down. Motion shows man probably, so Board's probably going man coverage against Fant. Bowser and Houston coming in. Let's watch Bowser, man. Again, remember Alexander Johnson? I say he looked like a speed skater. You got to use those arms to generate force. And he's swinging them, speed, gets low. Bowles uses that inside arm, gives Bowser leverage. He's got his back stuck out. Not great from angles-wise. Look at the feet of Bowser. Look where he's going to be generating force. Look at that slant. Look at that 45-degree angle his body's on versus Bowles. Bowles has nothing behind him. Where do you think Bowles is going to go? Right into Teddy Bridgewater's lap. Now he's moving up. You got Queen. You got Oweh chasing. Bridgewater's already been beaten, broken, and damned in this game. Boom. Tyus Bowser. Speed to power. There's a runway there, and Tyus Bowser kicks Garrett Bowles' butt. Bad technique from Bowles. Bowser moves him. You see that? Like I said with Villanueva. If your tackle, both of their feet are in the air, that's not good, man. Look at that. Both of his feet are off the ground. Look at Bowser, man. Go get it, Tyus Bowser. Tybo, baby. Go get it. It's a hell of a play. Speed to power, Tyus Bowser, baby. Love it. So, Ravens already scored a touchdown at a split back. Remember we talked about split back? That was Murray and Ricard, no Andrews on the field. But now we got it with Freeman. Now we got 20 personnel. Nope, 21 personnel. This is the mistakes I make. So I always forget Mark Andrews is a tight end. All right, we got 21 personnel, split back, a little tighter this time. Now they're running play action. Devontae Freeman, Greg Roman got my neck. I'll say that because I was getting a little frustrated with Devontae Freeman's usage in this offense. Always options with Devontae Freeman, and it felt like Bash or Veer or something like that. That's a tendency. Look at these Broncos. 4 soft. They're daring the Ravens to throw the ball. Look how soft they're playing. Look at that. Soft cushion. Look at all this cushion for Mark Andrews. Look at these linebackers. They are cheating. Look at that forward lean. Look at Alexander Johnson. I'm ready to go play the run, brother. Come on. 3 down linemen, 2 outside linebackers. The Ravens are in spread a little bit here, from Brown to Watkins. They're outside the numbers. That's well over, that's well over 20 yards there in terms of how spread out they got them. You got soft. So what are these linebackers are biting? Just a little play action. Sammy Watkins just runs behind them. Easy. Boom. Look at that. Nobody in the middle of the field. Broncos are sending the house. They're biting on the play action. Everybody's running. Lamar Jackson's eyes can go right there. There's a little rat defender. Kareem Jackson could have made a better play there, in my opinion. Reading Lamar Jackson maybe a little bit. Not worried about the back, but might have some man coverage responsibility. But they had that. Sammy Watkins, boom. Go get 9 yards on first down. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Broncos made it way too easy. Play action. Doesn't matter if a rusher's coming to get a hit on Lamar. Boom. Look at that little finger roll from Lamar Jackson, too. This ball comes out. Rolls right under. Spin that real quick. Look at that. Little sidearm action. Boom. Spin that. Hit Sammy Watkins right in his hands, right in stride. Lead him away from danger. Aaron second and short. Beautiful stuff. We already talked about this one. Marquise Brown made a video of this one if you guys are on here. So, again, Broncos are playing soft. Marquise Brown, look at that space. Same kind of look. Everybody in the box except for these four. He's playing press jam. Space. There's a linebacker here on Murray. Ricard's here. Ready to chip. Ravens are an empty. Ravens are the best empty team in 2019. Lamar Jackson had the highest EPA in the NFL at empty. Last year, he had the worst. How do you get better? Go chip. Latavius Murray and Pat Ricard. Look at Hollywood Brown. Look how much ground he's covering already. He's flying. Look at that straight line he's creating, that forward body lean. That's a sprinter. Space. Look how much ground he's covering. He is smoking out of the gates there, off the blocks. So, again, it's kind of that man match concept. Now you're in the deep zone. Look where he's turned already. Look where Justin Simmons has turned. He's turned inside. Hollywood Brown wants to go inside. So watch how Hollywood Brown has this little fake here, just a little tiny bit. So Simmons jumps inside. He's thinking maybe a dig. I want to take away the inside. So Marquise Brown in full speed is able to turn his head to just the right a little bit, starts to go straight upfield, and gets Justin Simmons turned around. Justin Simmons gets completely spun around. That is no bueno. I want to make sure that is Justin. Yep, so there's Jackson. Okay. Didn't want to be clowning on. I'm not clowning on him, but got spun around by a track athlete. Watch Hollywood Brown. Watch that speed. Just a little boop. Gets him turned around. He's gone. Kareem Jackson, dead. Amazing catch. We've all seen the catch. Amazing catch. Call God. All that good stuff. So the Ravens use 7 blockers. You got Von Miller in here, brother. You got McCary with short arms. You got Villanueva, an older tackle, trying to get his ground. So let's help them out. Let's have Ricard here. There's another offensive lineman. Let's have the big back, Latavius Murray, in here. Let's have him help out. And they can go occupy the flat. Get the ball to them if you can't find anything deep. Boom. Nobody coming. Great job from Bozeman and Powers. Lamar Jackson just snaps it. Great play. All right, I've give Lamar time. Good things happen. Surtain squats. Andrews route. So Lamar pulls his arm down, resets, and fires. Again, split back. Greg Roman used a lot of split back. Seems to like that against this super soft look. I think it occupies these linebackers. A lot of run tendency out of it, probably. Self-scouting. So the Ravens think, Greg Roman thinks, all right, let's throw out a split back. Soft 4 again. Too high. Little jam down here. Hollywood's trying to run, coverage off. Surtain starts to turn, but he stops. Lamar Jackson's ready to throw this ball to Mark Andrews, but Surtain sees it. Good eyes from Surtain. He's ready to break on that ball. That might get picked. Lamar Jackson tucks it. Hollywood Brown's over here. His eyes, so he scans from left to right. Could have thrown the ball right here, underneath, but defender sees that. Now where are we looking? Hollywood Brown wide open. Throws the ball so Hollywood Brown can stop, come back to it. They're on the same page. This is chemistry from Hollywood Brown, Lamar Jackson. Hollywood Brown starts to sit down, starts to slow up, and goes, attacks the ball back. DB dives, can't make a play. Run after the catch. A lot of people saying, you want to see Marquise Brown continue, but he's trying to kill guys right now. He wants to get that juke sauce. He wants to put some applesauce on his heels right now. Whatever, man. Go attack. Hollywood Brown's running at this man. He wants to juke his ass. Fine. Do it. Might have been able to get around him. But Lamar, great job. This wasn't – he had a clean pocket. We see hesitation sometimes. It's okay in the clean pocket. Play action. You've got all day. You've scanned with it. Pulls that ball back down. He almost threw that bad boy. That almost was a fumble too, maybe. Able to control that ball, reset those feet, bring those hips around, refire. Little sidearm action again. Whistles that one in there. Hollywood Brown probably could have just outran him, but he wants a dead body. He's going for the kill. He's going for the fatality. Mortal Kombat, baby. Let's see what we got comments-wise going on in here. Cleveland played awesome. Yeah, Cleveland's been all right. I'd like to see more out of him in the run game. I want to see him finish. Are the passing concepts and insane reception separation our receivers are getting this year a direct reflection on Keith Williams and T. Martin? For sure. You're not seeing receivers running into each other. And a lot of this, as we can see, everybody thinks about it like it's Madden. You think about it like, all these routes are defined ahead of time. Let's go look at this one again in relation to this. You're thinking, I'm going to call the smash. And this guy's going to run the smash. This guy's going to run the hitch and whatever. A lot of it is reading coverage, reading leverage, and being on the same page with their quarterback, reading leverage and coverage together. You can run 6 different routes in some plays. So this play starts to develop. Surtain is carrying Hollywood, so he's going to go inside. Surtain's outside leverage. You can't run outside of him. He's set up for that. Look, his entire body's turned to force you inside, and he does that. Hollywood takes it. Hollywood has to stop this route and move it around. The spacing's a little different. Sammy Watkins sits down eventually instead of continuing running. These receivers aren't all next to each other. That was the problem last year. They're not seeing it the same way. You need to be aware of what the other receivers are doing on the field, where they're going to go, how they're going to see the coverage. Everyone needs to read the coverage the same. That takes time in the film room. That takes someone who is a coach like Keith Williams, a coach like T. Martin, explaining these things to you. Younger receivers, there's not a bunch of vets. You do have Sammy Watkins now who helps. Marquise Brown's a little older, but the spacing's not so bad. This isn't a great example of that, but guys aren't running into each other anymore. And obviously, they're attacking after the catch. I would like to see them attack the ball more, but some good things on the way. We just someone else is Sammy Watkins probably helps, man. He's been with the Chiefs, been in some good passing attacks. And Mark Horton, yeah, you want to hear that role. You want to hear, are they designing plays? Who's designing the plays? All that good stuff. Hollywood turned around Simmons like Derrick Henry turned around Earl Thomas. He spun Justin Simmons around with a speed cut. It's something Lincoln Riley always talks about. He wants those deep cuts. He doesn't want you slowing up to make that and do this exaggerated double move. He wants you to threaten that blind spot and put panic into the DBs, Lincoln Riley at OU. So that's what Hollywood Brown has in his system. That's what he's good at. So let's go look at some more plays. This one's simple. More power play action stuff. Everybody in here, you got a back, a tight, 2 backs. Technically, Ricard's a back. We'll call him a tight end here. Let's call this 12 personnel. Ricard does it all. He's a hybrid. So I would call this 12 if I'm charting it. But so we're 12. We got the motion here. Again, got that 2 high structure, plenty of room on the field side. So let's go attack all that space on the field side. Look at all this room to run for Devin Duvernay versus how deep he is and how far away he is from this play. That's just space. And Devin Duvernay runs 22 miles an hour. Looks like it's going to be a wheel route, and probably Hollywood's going to cut in. Surtain wants him to break in. So Jackson starts to turn upfield. As he turns upfield, Duvernay hits the brakes, and that's Keith Martin and T. Williams for you. Helping a player like Duvernay is a linear athlete, kind of stiff. Last year in at Texas, turn it around. Spin outside shoulder, ball's right there. Pardon me. Boom. Hit the brakes, separation, work back to the ball. Boom, turn right upfield to the outside. Easy. That's first down, man. That's a gain on first down. Actually, it might be second down. Yeah, it's second down. Second and long. Easy money. I think some people were, I think I posted this, people were saying, hit the touchdown, ball over top, whatever, Mark Andrews. But why are these guys coming open? Look where this safety is. He's not going to run with Andrews because look where Lamar's eyes are. He sees that he's looking at Duvernay. They're breaking on that. He sees Duvernay. This safety's running there. Could have launched that for Mark Andrews probably somewhere, but these two are running into each other. Hopefully, let's see how that plays out. Sammy Watkins slows up. Don't run into each other, but take the low-hanging fruit, man. Pick them apart. You want to, Lamar's throwing the ball downfield well. You want to see all that good stuff, but that's all the way to the sideline. Lamar throwing the ball with control. He's controlling it. McCary with a really nice kick slide. Everybody's scared of Lamar. Easy gain. Easy money. Had 98 beat up McCary here, run concept. I mean, the Broncos were waiting all day to go kick the Ravens' butts. They were fired up. Vic Fangio can tell me he didn't know about that streak all he want. That's a load, man. Vic Fangio knew it was coming in terms of that 100-yard streak, rushing the ball. With this big boy ball, we got Jumbo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 linemen. Got Ricard, I'm calling him a tight end here. Got Tomlinson, I'm calling him, well, he is a tight end. And we got this back in the pistol. Honestly, I hate the pistol here a little bit, set under center for some of these situations. But Ricard comes in motion. And we see McCary get tossed into Ben Powers' back of his leg. 98, I don't have his name. But that's a big man going up against McCary. He tosses him. We'll chop through it. Push, pull, yank, yoink, stuffed. Stuff. Broncos wanted to stuff the run. Well, they did it. They still lost. Nothing too crazy there. Chuck Clark again. Ravens overloading again. Creating a mess. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders on half the offensive line with a tight end. Then you just got one over here to occupy Bowles. Where's he going to want to go? He's going to want to go help that way. He's going to want to go get him so he can get him, so he can get him, so he can get him. Fant releases. They only end up sending 3. And then guess what? Boom, it comes from the other direction. Wink, setting you up, playing against your protection rules. Wink wants free rushers, man. So now we're going to see. Comes in. Teddy slides around it. Tavon bends pretty well. Teddy's stepping up big time. Tavon comes in hot. That's that creeper. They're bluffing, sending pressure from where you think it's not. So now these 3 are inside. Look, 77 sees it. The back starts to go out. He doesn't have eyes there. Teddy starts to step up. He sees it, feels it. Prevents himself from getting killed again, but gets hit. And boom. Chuck Clark. Flex on him. Tyus Bowser's like, yeah, Chuck. That's Charles. Watch it again. Overload one side, come from the other side. Look at that. Bowles doesn't see it coming at all. Bowles thinks he's got a one-on-one. He doesn't think about this coming at all. Tavon is really sneaky, man. One of the biggest strengths of Tavon Young is how deceptive he is as a blitzer. Doesn't show anything. Bowles doesn't see it. Back doesn't see it. Back just runs in there blind. Not great for Melvin Gordon, but Tavon Young will trick you. Boom. Dead in the water. Chuck Clark. Playing at an all-pro level. Oweh, this is the rush I went over. If you haven't seen it, just showing a fun way that the Ravens are using Odafe Oweh and how smart he is right now, man. Way smarter than people thought. I thought he just wasn't going to be like that sack he got earlier. That was some advanced stuff with his hands. I didn't think that was going to be there. I didn't think he was going to be able to string together the long arm into the rip and reducing and doing all that stuff. Definitely think some credit goes to Houston, Drew Wilkins, and Calais Campbell there. But all right, again, so we got this super wide alignment here. That's a 9. Tyus Bowser lined up outside here, so we're going right guard to this wide alignment. He's looking at Oweh, saying, all right, I got to get him if he comes. 70's ready to kick out and go against that. Campbell, passing situation, so he's over there. These 2 over here. Got a man for every blocker. Then there's a back involved. Houston coming in hot. Offensive line does a nice job fanning. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the back comes. Nice pocket. Real nice pocket. Teddy steps in. But watch what Odafe Oweh does. Lloyd Cushenberry goes to go help. Gets his quarterback killed. Because Oweh is stunting inside. Campbell's trying to go crash in. Campbell crashes into the center and the right guard. Tries to make sure that Oweh can come behind him. You want 77 Quinn Miners not paying attention the other way. He turns his head to the left to see what's going on. Oweh just hangs out. Cushenberry's like, all right, he's not coming. I'm going to find work. Teddy's going to get the ball out. Well, Teddy couldn't find anything deep. So now Oweh's going to come. Too late. Cushenberry doesn't even know. And this is where Teddy gets knocked out of the game. Boom. Not a bad ball from Teddy. Not a great ball. Tavon Young diving after it. But Oweh, we'll watch it the whole thing now. Watch how patient Oweh is, and then watch his explosiveness once he lets Cushenberry go. Boom. Watch how he just kind of hops back a little bit. He knows Cushenberry's going to run into him, and he doesn't have any advantageous position there. So watch this little hop he gives right there. Starts to drop back. Nope, bluffed. And hey, maybe you can just blow by him. Maybe right here you can think, oh, I can just try and rip by him right here. But nope, that's what gets Cushenberry away. Otherwise, Cushenberry might have been able to stop his momentum or wash him out. No, he kills him. Absolutely kills him. Chuck Clark thought he was going to get a pick there for some reason. He's pissed. But fun way that they're using it. Let's just watch Devin Duvernay run. It's just fun. It's just fun to watch. Good block set up. 38. Kayvon Seymour. Brandon Stevens doesn't block in the back. That dude flops. And that's like, I think that's a DB Devin Duvernay is running by. Like, he's jacked up. Absolutely jacked up. Let's watch it again. I like that Devin Duvernay, there's no indecision. He picks his fate, he chooses, and he goes. Sticks his foot in the ground, knows he's faster than you, knows he can probably run through you if he needs to. It's all the way. And he slows up here. You might not even want him to slow up here. Again, let's watch it. There's a punter there. Make that punter grab your feet out from under you, maybe. That's all you got is a punter coming up. Run to the sideline, toe tap around, and maybe you got it, but still a hell of a return. So fun to watch. He's jacked up. I'm jacked up for him. There's a little issue. So we talked about earlier the Broncos. Broncos see that, they had an advantage here. So right now, this linebacker's inside. You got 3 over here. Look at this soft cushion. You can probably get the ball in a bubble screen. You can probably get a tunnel screen in that way. Even Mark Andrews catch a screen. I think this is 3rd down. You got Sammy Watkins off coverage, a linebacker, and no one playing in the middle of the field. So Broncos look like they might be coming. Let's see how they come up into this. See Johnson, the last second, starts to run up. Look at all this space for Sammy Watkins. Just run right here and sit down, just like Tim Patrick did, and then Patrick Queen can't get him. Do that same thing. They need to be on the same page. Instead, it's Mark Andrews who's hot. There's a defender there. Can't throw it there immediately. No one else is looking. Hollywood's not looking. I think that's Prochet. He's not looking. Watkins isn't looking. Watkins is going to end up breaking, but this safety's there at the time. Lamar's looking for Mark Andrews. Ben Powers gets run over. Watkins, you probably could have thrown a touchdown to, but again, that safety was sitting there. So you can't go say, this is why people go lead with screenshots and they'll say, look at all the times these people, Miles Boykin was open. Yeah, well, you can't get the ball out whenever you want, and you can't, see everything at all times, but you need to be on the same page quicker. Hey, there's a blitz coming. Let's check. Wave your arms, Sammy Watkins. Hey, yo. Something. Somebody's got to know. There's no one there. He's got all that space. Slant. Boom. Doesn't even matter if Mark Andrews is there. Could sit down right there. Turn, ball. Boom. Should we go into Watkins? Of course they want to take Mark Andrews away in the red zone. Andrews uncovers a little bit, but it's too late, and I'll show you why. Ben Powers gets run right over. Powers tries a quick set against 96. So Powers' feet are not behind him. 96 has the body angle. 96 gets inside. Ben Powers' hand does not stop his momentum to push him back so he can reset his feet. Pulls in the way a little bit, but whoo, run right over. That's a dead body. That's a dead body. Boom. Powers is fine, man. I like Powers, but in the pass game, that's not happening to Ben Cleveland. He's got way better anchor, way better hands, I think. But Powers is a better run blocker right now, too. So there's things each of them do differently and do well. Pardon me. What we got going on in here? 45 people back in. Feels like we haven't been missing Yannick and Judon. No, they've got Houston, and I like Bowser. I thought Bowser was a great extension. Oweh turns out to be a hell of a player. They lucked out there, him falling there. I think Tryon could have been good too. I think really those two. Either of them would have fit the system. I think they knew they had a good shot to get one of the two. They liked Oweh better, and it's turned out really well. Any chance Bell becomes RB1? I think they like Murray, and I think they're gonna like Bell. I like what I see from Bell so far. I'm really curious. We'll see how it plays out. I don't think either of them are really that kind of twitched up explosive threat like you have in Dobbins and Edwards kind of became. But I think Bell's going to have good vision. I think it's underrated. I think he sets up second-level defenders really well with unorthodox movement. I'm excited to see what he can do. I like Latavius Murray a lot. Bateman and Boyd can come back. Which receiver is odd man out in production and playtime? I think Tylan Wallace probably gets inactivated. He's been playing well in special teams, but he's probably going to get inactivated. Someone's probably going to get hurt at some point, I would assume as well. But it's going to be a rotation. You're going to want to, Hollywood's going to take less reps. Watkins is going to take less reps because Bateman and Boykin are going to take them. Duvernay is going to take less reps. They're all going to take less reps to work those guys in. But I think Wallace immediately, goes on IR. Maybe you trade one, man. Everybody stays healthy towards the trade deadline. Someone needs a receiver. You need a corner or a lineman or linebacker, running back. You can swing that and go 1-for-1. Maybe, maybe the Packers have someone extra that they can divvy out for Boykin or a team like that. Maybe the Saints have an extra DB, something like that. Called 1057. The fan indicated the Ravens can get one or two receivers that can catch like Hollywood, and Lamar would look like a superstar. Yeah, they needed some receivers, man. Him and Andrews, they said two options that Lamar trusted, and now it looks like he's trusting everybody. I think Sammy Watkins has been a catalyst. Ravens got to tighten up that defense. They did a good job Sunday, but yeah, their tackling's been piss poor. Let's keep going. All right, I had Broncos get a big sack on third down, overloading one side. McCary kind of is in no man's land here. McCary gets put in a rough spot. I think the Broncos probably disguised it. Looks like it's just a basic 4-man front. So it's going to be 4 against a 5-man protection. And this defender is going to come. So there's 3 on 2 linemen. He's outside of Zeitler. He's in between the two. And McCary, look at McCary. McCary's ready to kick out with Von Miller. He's ready to torque and kick. He's cheating. And that's fine. You want to cheat against Von Miller. Whatever. Get him to rush inside. Let Lamar roll out to the right. But I think they end up sending all 3 of these guys. Let's watch it once. Yep. So the rule of thumb is take the inside man. That's the quicker path to the quarterback, and the quarterback's probably going to obstruct them. So he starts to kick with Miller. Zeitler takes this man. The free man is Powers. Johnson, I think, is bluffing. Yep. He's probably going to loop around and try and get Lamar. So now McCary notices he's coming. His head's on a swivel, but this is where the length plays a little bit. He can't wash him. Lamar tries to run that way. McCary has to lean into him. He doesn't, use his arms really. He doesn't have much arm length. But this was just a good deception. The Ravens didn't pick up on it anyway. So you can blame McCary's length here, but at the same time, Ravens didn't pick up on it. No one was hot. Lamar couldn't get the ball out immediately. They didn't see the blitz coming. Sometimes the other team dials it out, makes a good play, gets a sack. Johnson wants to make sure Powers doesn't see anything. Von Miller's coming in, bending like a freak. Look at Von Miller completely flattening it out. Lamar's starting to tuck. No man's land. Sack. 2 for Caden Stearns in this game. I don't know how we just went right into this play, but here's a screen. The Broncos. Drew Lock's in now. Second half. See what we got. So Broncos are trying to help out Drew Lock. He hasn't, had the first team reps in a while. Running a screen. We'll see Queen and Harrison. They see it coming. They start to work. Harrison's on it. Queen works through it. That's why that ding-dong from PFF saying Patrick Queen did nothing all game. Okay. Harrison and Queen both made a nice play against this screen. Just play it out. Just a little running back slip or a tight end slip screen. They've got blockers. Queen beats his man in space. Harrison establishes outside, does contain. Queen's coming inside, nowhere to go. End it. That Ding Dong's making videos. I didn't do anything the whole game. All right, man. Okay. Good job getting off blocks in space. That's simple. That's just knowing where you are in the field, keeping contained, forcing him back into the teeth of the defense. Queen able to beat his guy in space, make a play. All right, here's where we see Lamar. Audible. Make a little check. Check, 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 check. Hey, nobody's on Mark Andrews. Hey, nobody's on Mark Andrews. We know, based on their tendencies, who's on Mark Andrews. This off safety. They're in that 4 high again. They got 6 guys flat across the line of scrimmage, the backer in the middle. So we see Lamar check. We'll play it again. Hey, can you make him stop? Hey, can you make him stop? Checks into it. Sprint out. Boom. Turn around. Easy. First down. On third down late in the game. Boom. Slide left, roll left. Easy. Easy check. Too much space. All right. Next one. What else do we got? Melvin Gordon wants to party a little bit. Patrick Queen says, let's party. Bad plays in this game, but can't tell me he doesn't have the physical tools. Let's party. And another play from Patrick Queen. In the game where he, quote-unquote, did nothing. Look at him take that option route out. Look how pumped he is with himself. It's a receiver. Not a great one, but takes it away. Jumps it. Let's watch it again. Broncos in trips left. Got the tight split to the field. Back to the right. Got Fant down here one-on-one. Got the safety. Everybody leaning. So, again, we're going to have Hinton against the linebacker. Drew Lock sees that. That's where he wants to go. Queen stays neutral. Hinton starts to break inside. He knows he's got help to the outside. The safety's leaning that way to help him out. Comes with it. Goes through the catch point. Probably would have let up a touchdown against a good receiver, but he's pumped. That's the confidence he needs. Could have played it inside a little more. Not a bad play. Thought it was a decent play, a little pass break up. He was aggressive through the catch point. Small receiver. But if that's, if that's Patrick, he's probably going to toast him there. They would have tried to get hitting the ball. No bueno. And that's about all I had, so that's all we'll do for now. And appreciate you guys. Adrian Neely, I think Adrian Neely is developmental. I would think they would want to get him more action next year. Them already having Smith up there shows that they trust the veteran to do the right thing. But maybe. But that does it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Hope you guys learned something, had some fun, something of the sort. Appreciate you guys. Have a good